Coming up on 9 News Mornings, it's the home opener for the Rockies. People will be lining the streets of Denver to celebrate. We're going to take a look at what's being done to ensure everyone stays safe. The Sandlot Brewery inside of Coors Field has a decades-long history. We're going to share that and tell you how they plan to celebrate opening day. And baseball will be played at Coors Field today, but before that, it was at the old Mile High Stadium. We're going to take you even further back to other famous ballparks in Denver. Play ball. 9 News Mornings starts out.
Good morning, everyone. We are live at Coors Field for the Rockies home opener today. I'm Corey Rose here with Jordan Chavez and Ariel Ursuto. We are pumped up for the big day. We've been waiting for it for so long.
Yeah, we are so excited, but we are also very cold this morning. Don't worry. For anybody who's going to be heading out here, it looks like it's going to be a better day today. We're going to have your forecast coming up in just a moment and all the fun out here at Coors Field. Right now, we want to send it back to Anusha in studio.
Oh, you guys, glad to see you guys bundled up. That's the smart decision because, it looks a little painful out there.
It's only in the 20s right now, so yeah, that's right. Last year, it was 67 for the high.
Imagine that.
Today's going to be in the 50s, but tomorrow it'll be in the 60s because they go through, they'll have a homestand, I think a 7-day homestand through next week.
Right, okay.
60s, 70s, even an 80-degree reading.
80 degrees?
Can't go wrong with that, that's right. Now, yesterday it was a whole different story. We had that 43 degrees. That was warmer than the 30s we had the day before, and we saw those evening snow showers. We've got a few lingering out on the eastern plains, but right now we have clear to partly cloudy skies around here, and we're at 24 degrees officially out at the airport. Here's that little bit of snow we have over the eastern plain. Doesn't last very long. It keeps moving on out, and then we see sunny skies all across the state all day long. Tomorrow we could see a couple of quick snow showers in the mountains, and then they too are gone, and we're back to those mostly clear conditions, setting the stage for a nice Easter weekend. So mostly sunny skies today, not as cold. See what I did here? Yeah, 52 degrees is what we're looking at. Then for tomorrow, partly sunny skies. We're warmer. We're in the 60s. And then take a look at this. 68 on your Saturday, 72 for Easter Sunday, 78 on Monday. And here it is, 81 degrees on your Tuesday. Have not seen the 80s since the last day of September of last year. And then on Wednesday, pretty much more of the same, 77 degrees and partly sunny.
Ed, thank you so much. Hey, Ed, take a look at this. See what I did here? Oh, yeah, it's
nice.
The home opener, and we are just so excited today. I think it's going to be a quiet morning on the roads. Game kicks off at 2:10. Rockies playing the Nationals. Come on in, Ed.
This is purple.
It's purple, too, and we're in purple.
That's what we're wearing, purple.
It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day to be a Rockies fan. So we do want to talk about the best ways for you to get to the game today because there's going to be a lot of congestion. I'm sure a lot of people will be walking if you can, but Uber and lifting is always a really good option. You can even take a scooter or bike. There are designated areas where you can lock up your bike. You can drive and park, but make sure to be responsible. Light rail is an option, taking the A line into Union Station. That's only a 10 or 15 minute walk in to Coors Field, and there are some bus options as well. As far as what the roads look like dark and early this morning, not a whole lot to worry about from our CDOT camera. Live look out here at I-25 and Logan Street. We do have team coverage this morning. Darius Johnson is live outside of Coors Field right now, and like we were just talking about, Darius, a lot of people are going to be walking around downtown today.
Yeah, Erica, I guess you have the light load this morning when it comes to traffic. And right now, definitely outside of Coors Field, you're not seeing all that foot traffic that many people are expecting to see later on this afternoon because, of course, it's the home opener. That means you will have thousands of people flooding the streets of lower downtown. Now, the Denver Police Department says they aren't new to opening day. This year, they have a standard security plan and footprint, which doesn't include days off for opening week. There will be more officers present due to the traffic opening day often brings. And Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas says they'll be looking out for any threats to the game or the Lodo area. However, overall, their main goal is to ensure everyone has a good time.
I think it's important to caution people that not to drink and drive, and so certainly come down and enjoy yourself and take advantage of all of the entertainment and opportunities that exist in Lodo. But please be safe and be concerned about your neighbors.
I guess one thing many people are crossing their fingers for is the hope that the cold weather doesn't run off many of the fans who are excited to be here for opening day. One thing coming up in the next hour at 6 o'clock, we're going to talk more about the teams that will be in place right here downtown that will all be here to try to prevent any threats from here at the game or right here in the lower downtown area. Going to go ahead and send things over to Jordan and Corey and Ariel, who are just right down the street from me here at Coors Field as well.
It's almost like we could wave and see you. I don't think that the cold, was going to deter any fans.
Right.
It's going to be pretty warm, mid-50s by first pitch at 2:10.
Right.
So we've seen worse.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have been out here in the snow, and you're not going to want to miss today because it's a pretty big milestone for the Rockies as they are celebrating 30 years in Major League Baseball.
It's a big deal. So take a look at this. The Rockies shared this Throwback Thursday picture of opening day back in 1993. 80,227 fans at Mile High Stadium for opening day. This Sunday marks 30 years since that game. All season long, the team will have guest alumni appearances and 30th anniversary themed giveaway items. So really a big year. Now, Coors Field itself hasn't quite turned 30, but there's one corner of the stadium with more than a century of history in Denver, which also made history for both the city and for Major League Baseball.
Yeah, and it's all because of the name that is on the door out there, and they thought it needed something a little extra.
Baseball and beer.
I feel like those two things are linked forever.
Linked like Coors Field and the Sandlot.
I think it's a hidden gem for sure.
It's the first brewery to open in an MLB stadium, thanks to one of the oldest breweries in Colorado.
Some folks at Coors Brewing Company realized that we were building a baseball stadium with Coors' name on it. We should probably put a brewery in there.
The 1,700 square foot space
It's literally shoehorned in.
sits in the former Bankers Warehouse building. It stands as the eastern corner of Coors, incorporated into the stadium when it was built.
The rumor is they tried to tear it down but couldn't because it's actually built really strong. It's solid concrete.
John Legnard oversees the brewery. He was there for Coors' first opening day
I barely remember it.
and the flurry of activity leading up to it.
We had an immovable deadline. So we were brewing beer essentially in a construction zone. There was a mad scramble.
When that first opening day did come,
I mean, I literally watched the first pitch, the flyover, national anthem, came back downstairs and started kegging beer because I knew they were going to drink us dry on the first day, and we had to be ready for the second day and the third day.
the Sandlot Brewery only opens during baseball season for the 81 games the Rockies play at Coors Field.
We have to produce as much beer as we possibly can a little before the season so we can kind of peter out and run out of beer right at the end of the season.
It has produced hundreds of beers over the years,
Squeeze Play Wheat, Power Alley ESB, Slugger Stout, Right Field Red.
all inspired by baseball.
We're always coming up with these catchy baseball phrases and catchy baseball names.
Beer that has won dozens of awards.
99 through like 2014, we had a medal every year and a gold medal for like 11 in a row.
Beer that has led to the creation of an entirely new brewery.
And we really came up with a new beer that was called Belly Slide Belgian Wit, which eventually became Blue Moon Belgian White. And so the origins of Blue Moon as a whole started in the basement of the Sandlot where we're standing right now.
But for John,
And I'm just excited to be here.
it's baseball and beer that make opening day.
It's almost a state holiday. Everybody comes out on opening day, you see some old friends, you go drink some beer. Just going to a game here is probably the greatest. I think it's the best baseball experience I've ever seen.
Our incredible photojournalist Amy Hunter putting that together. By the way, to grab a beer at the Sandlot Brewery, you do have to buy a ticket to go inside the Rockies game. There are 2 beers on the menu that date all the way back to that very first Rockies home opener at Coors Field, the Right Field Red and the Wild Pitch Hefeweizen.
And we have some exciting news because the Sandlot's actually going to have 2 new beers this season, including one celebrating the Rockies' 30th year in Major League Baseball. I like what he said. This is a state holiday. I've told you a long time that this is one of my favorite days in Colorado.
Yeah, and not only is it just a state holiday, but I mean, beer and baseball go together so well. And, you know, even when the Rockies aren't playing well, this is one of the best ballparks to just come and hang out. And that's why they sell so many tickets year after year, because it's just a great atmosphere. So it's just a really cool thing that they have their own brewery here where you can just come and hang out and just have a great beer.
And who knew that Blue Moon started here in the Sandlot Brewery? That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a popular beer.
Yeah, a lot of history all back to here. All right, before we can even get in the gates this morning, let's give you a live look inside Coors Field at this time. Something cool to mark on the calendar, the Rockies are also going to host the first ever post-game drone show at Coors Field. So after the August 19th game against Chicago White Sox, there will be the professional light show with 200 drones flying in formations to music. The show will also feature symbols of the team and highlight some pretty great parts of our state.
And if you're catching a game at Coors Field, be on the lookout for a new logo on the uniforms. This season, the Rockies will have this 30th anniversary on their jerseys. Of course, it's a big year. So again, today, things get started very early. Things start opening in McGregor Square at 8 o'clock this morning, and then all the lots for parking open at noon. Again, they're asking fans to be in their seats by 1:15 today because the pregame celebrations start at 1:30. And again, first pitch is at 2:10.
What are you talking about? 8 o'clock this morning? The party's starting now, my friend. We're out here. We're celebrating.
We are the party. And then Ariel's going to be talking to us a little bit more about some of the changes this year as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes to the actual rules of baseball, and it's not something that you want to miss because it's actually going to be a lot more fun. Baseball is actually going to start getting a lot faster and a lot more interesting.
Yeah, and we've kind of seen that with the spring training games, that's also being a little bit shorter as well.